Hey, what's up? My name is Sean and welcome to the new channel, Honda Boy Floyd. So I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Finally, I'm able to put together a video of this amazing collection, this barn find collection of vintage motorcycles mainly, but there's a lot of different stuff on this property. There's old tools, just some really cool stuff. So stick around and check this out because you're definitely not going to want to miss this one. So this might be a strange place to start, but here's where I was sitting. So this is a 1985 Honda HT3813 lawnmower. And I just think it's cool as can be. Obviously it's set for a little while and could probably use some stuff. But it's a cool little deal. It's got a all aluminum 2-cylinder liquid cooled engine in it. And I mean, I'm not a huge lawnmower aficionado, but I think it's worth saving. That's a pretty cool little machine. So we're gonna see what we can do with this one. So I've already seen this collection, so unfortunately you're not gonna get many of the oohs and oh my gods of the like big reveal to me. But I do have to say that every bike in this collection is actually very special in its own right. We're not going to find any BSA Gold Stars or Vincent Black Shadows, but every single bike in this collection is, I would say, historically significant and beloved by people who own them. It's a really cool little collection, and in a few minutes you'll probably figure out why I'm so excited about it. So with that said, let's check it out. Alright, check this out. So first off, staring us right in the face is a, what year is this bike? 1975 Honda CB400S. This one's got some lower slung bars on it, different gauge, speedometer, bar and mirrors. It's got a little, a little cafe-ness done to it. Some oxidation on the aluminum. She's been sitting for a while. All right, this is super cool. Let's see if we can push it out and get a good look at it. Obviously, some of these bikes are definitely not going to be able to come out of here today, but it'll be cool to get out what we can and have a look at them. All right, do you roll? Ooh, she's kind of froze up. I think those brakes. Yeah, those front brakes are a little frozen. That's okay. The brakes are a problem. Man, just look at this. She's a beaut. Electronic ignition put on it. Not sure about that. I've never dealt with one of those before. But man, she looks like she's just ready to run. Sitting there, she just looks mean. Like, just low and ready. Let's see here. Last plated in 2014. It's got a aftermarket exhaust tip on it, but the 4-to-1 header, which is known to rust out underneath, is just gorgeous. Look at that. One couple little dents. Those can be taken out without issue. Little pod air filters. Like I said before, some oxidation to it. Nothing that can't be cleaned up. And the frames and paint's in real nice shape. Yeah, this bike is nice. True mileage unknown, of course. Looks like 1,400 miles were put on after this Speedo was put on her. I don't think that this is stock to the CB400. I think that was added later on. The fenders obviously painted and striped. Looks like a good job was done though. Yeah, I don't think it'll take too much. Man, look at the paint on this thing. She's just beautiful. Clean her up and she's gonna shine. I think all the original parts, not, you know, completely original parts, are in the barn somewhere. You know, we're not ever gonna take it back to being stock, but like the original bars and things are in there, just in case everyone ever wanted to put it back on it. So wow, she is beautiful. Look at her. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, what's behind door number 2? All right, in here, this is so cool. Now, this darling little thing is a 1970 Honda CT90 or Trail 90, and it is just so cool. This one though, looking at it straight away, has been modified. It's got this big old air filter, and that is not the stock carb. The stock intake and carb are supposed to come off this way and go into an intake box that runs up high underneath the back seat. But this one has been modified. And looking over it, it's a super clean little machine. Torn boot there, but it's so cool. It's covered with all of these stickers that are correct to the period. Let's check. Yeah, the VIN plate says 69, but this was a 70 model. Holman products, which later became Thor Racing, of course. Lorry grips. But yeah, this is a sweet little machine. And this one runs. This is actually in operating condition and is used to cruise around town. This military pack, style pack on the back of it. Look at this goofball. Yeah, how cool do you think you are, bud? Cool enough to shoot half of this video in a time lapse? Well, anyway, so next up we got a 1972 Honda CL350. Yes, high pipes. This bike is really pretty sweet, and it's really clean for the age. It's had some work done to it. You can see it has a disc brake conversion up front, which I believe is off of a CB350 I'm not exactly sure on that though, but I know stock it came with a drum brake setup up front. As well as that, it has a set of Mikuni round slide carbs on it, which is pretty cool. Get rid of the old diaphragm carbs. It's currently having some gremlins. I think it's only running on one cylinder. It's kind of been one of those bikes, I think, that's just been set aside for a long time, but it's had a little bit of love put into it. I don't think it'll take much to get it back on the road, and it'll be a fun little riding bike. It's also got a set of like motocross fat bars on it, pro tapers, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it'll be a fun little bike. Moving back inside of the barn, we find a 1999 Yamaha YZ400F. This is a sweet bike. Old school steel frame Yamaha 4-stroke. This is actually the bike that changed
supercross and motocross from a 2-stroke dominant sport to a 4-stroke dominant sport. This one looks like it's been tore down. Probably needs, who knows, put back together. These bikes are really pretty bulletproof, so I don't think this one will need much. It's really pretty clean. You can even see on the frame there's not too much wear on this bike. I bet it's pretty low hours. It's had the suspension rebuilt by Tech Care, which is a big suspension, supercross, motocross suspension, big motorcycle suspension rebuilder here in Michigan. They do really good work. And I don't think it'll take too much, but this is a really fun bike. Hopefully we get it running again. We get over onto the other side here. This is a 2001 Honda VFR800. This is a cool bike. These are just sweet. V4 engine, which is makes it super narrow and moves the center of gravity in and down. They're really, really cool, really fun bikes to ride. 2001 was the last year for the gear-driven cams as well. After that, they went to a VTEC system, which was a little bit different, kind of less desirable in my opinion. This bike's had a little bit of custom paint work done to it, which doesn't look too bad. And it's got a Two Brothers slip-on pipe on it. I think that it pretty much just needs reassembled, and who knows, it's been sitting in a barn. It's probably got some electrical gremlins. But it's a sweet bike. It's got a lot of new parts, and it definitely deserves to get back on the road.
So how cool is that? We got to go through a collection of vintage barn find motorcycles. And not only that, none of them are junk. None of them are no-name scooters that are 5 years old with gummed up carburetors. None of this is junk. These are all very special machines, and each one of them has a very unique and special place in history. All of these bikes pretty much have cult followings behind them, and this is a really, really interesting collection of vintage motorcycles. 5 of them which are Hondas. Super cool. But we're not done. Nope. This collection's bigger. So let's head out to another building that's got a few more bikes in it, and then there's also a few more cool things around the property that we got to show you. So come on, let's check that out. So like I was saying, this collection is really, really interesting, and it's not all just motorcycles. You can almost look anywhere on this property and find some kind of cool old vintage iron laying around. Like, check this out. Old Chevy camper van. It's got an awning, and even got solar panels up on the roof, and cool rally style wheels. Then over here, look at this cute little old John Deere tractor. Yep. Yeah, this runs good, and they cut the lawn with it. Then, another couple feet away, look at this. This is a 1956 Crosby fiberglass runabout ski boat. Isn't that just so cool? And look at that. I bet this guy's good to go. Look at this. It's got an Evinrude 40 horsepower outboard on it. Looks to be period correct. Isn't that cool? All right. Now it's time to take a little break and go get some lunch. We'll be back and we'll go through that other building. It's got a few more bikes in it, and check out a couple more cool little things. All right. All right, so earlier the heat and humidity got to be just a little much, and I had to run to the bank and ask them why I never have enough money in my account. But now we are back, and we still have a few things to film for this collection. But we got to go out into the back, so I'm going to put my boots on. And I say we take this out.
It really is starting to get dark. The bats are out.
There's only a few bikes left in this collection, but what's here really deserves to be brought out in the light of day so I can show it to you properly. The last little bit of what we got going on here is some of my favorite pieces, some of my favorite bikes. So I'm gonna have to hang it up for today and then come back tomorrow when the sun is out and pull these bikes out and really show them off to you. So, okay, it's tomorrow. Still feels like the night. I guess I don't have my YouTube mojo yet. Alright. We'll just pack it up then, and I mean, I don't know what you want me to say right now.